Hello, it's Coy, and welcome to the Eclectic Cottage, where we are celebrating Christmas in July, Latin style, all month this month. And I'm really glad to have you here today. Thank you for joining me. And as you can tell from the title of this video, we're going to be making pockets with this group of Mexican Loteria cards. I'm not real familiar with Mexican Loteria. According to Alexa, and I do ask her opinion often, as brilliant as she sometimes is, she says that the Mexican Loteria game is a game of chance, somewhat like bingo. Now, I don't know how close to reality that is, but that's one girl's opinion. It just so happens that this was in with a group of papers that Anna sent from Portugal, and it just so happens that these two rows of these, like one card, is it's just about 5 inches. So it's perfect size for making a pocket in our journal. So I'm going to put 2 in each signature. So I need 6. And when I'm looking close at this, I see that the bottom row on all 3 of these pages is been a little bit cut off. It's a little bit short. So whatever words were underneath it, like the rest of these, they're not there. So I'm going to use the top 2 cards on all 3 pages to create 2 pockets for each signature in my Christmas in July. It's really not Christmas in July. We are celebrating Christmas in July right now, but it's really going to be my Christmas journal. And is this Christmas? No, not really. Is it Mexican? I think so. And I'm kind of looking for my Christmas journal this year to be a mixture of Christmas and a celebration of beautiful Latin colors, which, when you take a look at them, they're pretty much Christmassy colors. So I'm looking at this. I don't know if any of you are familiar with this game. I don't know how it's played, but I see some things. I see like El Doblito. He doesn't look fun. And what is this, the Reaper? Let's see. This is El Apache. El Mundo. We're matching El Mundo here. El Catrin. Oh, she's cute. It's mermaid. La Corona. Okay, I doubt I'm going to learn much Spanish from this, but it's fun to, to take a quick look at this. I'm really enjoying this opportunity that, it's been a little over 3 weeks for me now working on, this Mexican, Latin / Spanish type journal. And I'm really kind of enjoying the journey. And I'm happy that you all are here with me, kind of following along. Let me know if what you're working on. I know I did hear from Louise, and she is working on preparing pages for her Christmas in July, her Latin Christmas in July book. This is the bottom, so we're gonna, if I end up putting the other 2, I'm gonna assume right from the beginning that I'm gonna end up putting in the other 2 signatures towards the end of this month, or at least by the time December rolls around. So if we do, we can use, you know, some of these images in the other signature in a different way than pockets. Okay. All right, so if you're joining me here today, if you would please take a minute to say hello in the comments and tell me where you're watching from, where you're from, or you know what you're doing in your craft room today. I would appreciate that. It's fun. I know that, you know, I won't always be able to take care of the comments, you know, probably read and respond to every single, you know, comment if my channel ends up growing, which I'm hoping it will. But right now, it's pretty exciting to, you know, to know who's here, to know who's watching, and to start a little reciprocal conversation back and forth with our girlfriends. Always when I think of that, I think of Leslie at the 507 Willow House. If you haven't been to Leslie's channel, you might want to look her up. She is fun. So this is Loteria. I don't know who Don Clemente is, but his name seems to be predominant on these little cards. All right, and again, this is kind of that cool plasticky like paper that some of Anna's prints were on, and because some of this top line was cut off in these pictures, I'm going to start it underneath that. But maybe there's a few of the words that came out perfect. Maybe I'll save those and to use somewhere in the journal. Let's see how many of those we have. We have 1, 2. There's 2. This one and this one. Okay. All right, and since this paper is pretty thin, even though it's really beautiful and plasticky and super nice, I would love to be able to print on this. I don't know what kind of paper it is. I keep waiting for Anna. I keep waiting for you to answer. I hope you're watching. Some of these things, some of your things go into my journal. Tell us about the paper. I'm almost done. I've almost used the last of it, so you guys are going to stop hearing me talk so much about that soon, maybe. Okay, so today is my birthday. My kids, my daughter, and my grandchildren are coming tonight. We're going out to dinner. And then tomorrow, I know that I'm going to have a girls' day with my granddaughters. And the baby is going to hang out with Uncle Brad. And then my son Joe and my daughter Mandy are going to be working on whatever kind of celebration it is that we're having tomorrow night. So we're celebrating tomorrow night, and hopefully it's going to be at the Tiki Bar at the shop. I need to post some pictures. I need to add a little picture of that so you guys can see how great my son did on putting together that tiki barn. It only took him a matter of days. Someone else actually built it, but then he, you know, he was able to find some bamboo, and he put up a bamboo wall in the back and decorated it all up so cute. And it's one of the coolest hangouts in this town right now. We live in a really small town. We live in Leesville, Louisiana, which is really a military town. Fort Polk is a military base here. And other than that, there's not a whole lot that goes on in our quiet little town. It's very good, you know, having the military base here. It's a military, if I'm not mistaken, my understanding is the military base is a training camp for, you know, for the military. So there's people coming in and out quite often. They're coming here for a certain amount of training, and then they're getting reassigned to a different post somewhere, and new people are coming in and out. And then they circle back around, and sooner or later they come back, which is very good for the tattoo business. That way, you know, if the people are here and they get a tattoo, and sometimes it takes several sittings for a tattoo, and if they get transferred, I don't know the military terms for transfer. If they get reassigned to a post somewhere else and then eventually come back, then they can have my son or my daughter or Brandon, one of the crew that's doing their tattoo, they can have them, you know, work on them a little more. Look at this guy. He looks like he's having a rough evening. All right, this is fun. It's bright, it's colorful, and I would say this says Mexico. Let's get some backing on these pages. They're going to be pockets, so I don't need anything too awfully special. It can be book page. Just like we did with the cigar box tops. So let me get 6 pages, because I know that not more than one is going to fit on a page, because we just did this a day or two ago with the other 6 pockets. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is Nora Roberts, New York Times bestselling author. Visions in White is the book that I'm tearing pages from. Let's see. I didn't really set aside the Loteria that I was hoping to keep. It's possible that that ship has sailed. Yeah, no, I didn't come out right. Okay. That's no longer part of the game plan. Okay. I am pretty excited about moving, you know, the progress, moving my way through these first 100 videos. I think we're on 27 or number 27 or 28, something like that. And I feel like I'm falling into a routine. I know that once the first 100 are completed, I'm not going to be able to maintain the schedule of, you know, posting daily or as often as I am posting, because there's going to be things that have to be worked out better than I'm working them out right now. I have not, you know, I'm not in a position where I'm putting a whole lot of detail into, you know, making tutorials that I'm sure will take a little more preparation. And I haven't started making decent thumbnails for my videos, and I apologize to that and appreciate you guys for showing up anyway. But I do plan, hopefully at least by the time I finish that first 100, I will be at a point where I'm making thumbnails. And what else? Oh, making sure that everybody, you know, that, oops. Oh, I'm so sorry for shaking you guys up. Anybody else that needs to be, anybody that needs, you know, to be, credited. I haven't been doing a whole lot of that. I've just been saying it out loud and hoping that you're able to find the Etsy shop or the YouTube page. And I'm going to be working on putting a little more detail into all of that by the time I hit the first 100. And I'm going to have to work on trying to build my viewership, and that will probably take a little effort. So anything I can do during the, you know, right now is appreciated. I don't know if we're at 34, 35, 36, something like that, subscribers. I'm kind of hoping to have my first 100 by the time I finish the 100 videos. We'll see. If we can hit that little goal, maybe we'll celebrate with something. Okay, boom. I know a lot of Facebook groups. My two main Facebook groups that I participate in are Junk Journal Crafts and More. I take part in that one. I really like that group. And Casa Azul. I've only been a member there a short time, but I enjoy being part of that group and taking part. That we're working on another swap right now. It is a Christmas in July swap where we're swapping Christmas tags. That's fun. A lot of the gals there are, some of them live in Mexico, and a lot of them are Latin, you know, from different cultures. A lot of them are Latin American, and they create some gorgeously beautiful art. So if you haven't checked them out, you might want to do that. Casa Azul Facebook group. It is a Latin-based group, but you don't have to be Latin to join there. You don't have to speak Spanish. I know I don't speak Spanish. I speak none, but I've enjoyed getting to familiarize myself a little bit with some of the words in different ways, like this lottery game, for instance. Or as I'm creating tags or, you know, different pieces of ephemera for my journal, I have been looking up the Spanish way to write things And I've worked hard. I'm working hard on making sure that it's just a me thing. It's not a, you know, it's just me. But I have not been putting anything in English, any words in English or any pages, papers, or anything that, you know, have writing in English into my, you know, this journal and the Fiesta journal. That's been fun for me. It's been like a little journey. And I'm meeting some really nice people along the way. If I'm not mistaken, Louise, that's how you and I met, through the Casa Azul group. If anybody watching is from either one of those groups, say hey. Give the group a little mention. I am looking forward to my grandchildren tonight. That's one of the best things about getting older, is our grandchildren. Anybody that has them, I'm sure you would agree. What a blessing they are. My two granddaughters, I have one's 11 and one's 13, and they just go out of their way to let you know how much they love you. I get phone calls for no reason, and, you know, hey, let's make something together. My oldest granddaughter, 13, Maylee Rain, hi Maylee, has subscribed to my channel. I know she might not sit through, you know, these 30 or 40 minute videos, but she has subscribed, and she's very artistic herself. I'm really proud of her. She's a chip off the old creative block. And Marlia is 11, and she is extremely special in her own way as well. Marlia is a person that she does a little bit of everything. Marlia is very active, and she's very present in her moment. She lives every minute of her life to the fullest. If we're cooking, she's cooking. She's a baker. She's got all her own, you know, all her own kitchen utensils, and she has her own recipe site where she stores her recipes, and she is amazing in that way. Maylee does not have the creative cooking gene, at least not yet. At 13, that has not sparked much of an interest in her. She's been our picky eater her whole life, so I don't think food matters as much to her as it does to the rest of us. We are living in Cajun country. We're in Louisiana. We're in Cajun country. We love our Cajun food here. We love seafood, crawfish. Marlia is a huge crawfish lover. And Maylee, like her Uncle Joe, would not touch them with a 10-foot pole. There is no thoughts in Maylee about joining us for crawfish. So when we boil, we have a crawfish boil. You're going to throw some chicken in there. You're going to throw some andouille sausage in there. You're going to throw your vegetables, your corn, your potatoes, your, you know, we even put Brussels sprouts in ours. But Uncle Joe and Maylee they settle in for the chicken. We put chicken in for them. They'll have the chicken and the sausage and such, and skip the seafood. They would rather just have, or Maylee would rather just have pizza, and Joey would rather just have a chicken Caesar salad. That's been his favorite food his entire life. It's chicken Caesar salad. Okay, these are cute. Let's get the little divot in them. I hate to cut off a number or anything, but we want to let folks know this is a pocket, yes? Okay. All right, they're all going to get a number cut off. Okay, what kind of projects are you working on? Ladies, I would be very interested to know what's going on in your art desk. Because if you have tutorials, if you have things going on your channel, I would like to come visit and follow along. Your Etsy shop. Let's hear from you. If you have a channel, a YouTube channel, if you have an Etsy shop, if you are on Instagram, let us know what's going on, and we will come visit you as well. Okay, let's do one together, get it into the book, and then I will do the other 5 off camera, so you don't have to sit through that whole thing. Let's see. Let's get ourselves some little gussets. We'll use this yellow scrap. Okay, they don't have to be very wide. They don't need to be big gussets, just little ones. My art glitter glue bottle is nice and full. The Fabri-Tac, I did do some filling in the Fabri-Tac. It's hard to get the Fabri-Tac bottle full. I probably need to order some more of that glue. It's not something I use all the time, the Fabri-Tac. I only use it when I'm working with, fabric. And usually is only if it's like heavy duty fabric or something. We had a little blooper. Was it the last video? We had the little blooper where I put something in upside down, and I have not gone back to fix that yet, but I will. Things happen in the art room. All right, let's pick a place for this lottery ticket. How about here? I like this. Your divot goes at the top So when you have a divot, it's easy to know where not to glue. If there's no divot yet, make sure to keep your thumb on the side of the pocket that is not getting glued down so you don't make a mistake. It is a helpful tip. And one that Gail Augustinelli reminds us of all the time. And likewise, I'm reminding you. What are your favorite tips? Do you have creators out there that you watch that have tips that run through your mind every time you do them? Roxy Creations, Gail Augustinelli, they're good tip givers. Okay, I'm going to put another one here, and I'm going to install the other 4 after that, and this will be a place to tuck some nice things in December. We'll probably, end up between now and December 25th, Christmasing this whole thing up a little bit. And I like it. It makes my journal feel a little more Mexican. Okay, I think we're going to call it a wrap here. And I want to thank you all for showing up. Thank you for showing up. Leave your comment, hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribed, do that. Make sure to do that. And come back and see us. We're going to be celebrating the Feliz Navidad. We're going to be celebrating Christmas in July all month long. Again, thank you for being here, and I will see you real soon.